Okay, how do we leverage AI? What does this mean for people that are in video production? What does this mean for shooters? What does this mean for editors? What does this mean for storytellers? What does this mean? If you're not helping guide your clients and you're just there to receive whatever instructions and be a tripod, at some point, we're not gonna be relevant. What do we do as a response? And how do we be proactive today? On this episode of the podcast, I'm gonna be talking about my current thoughts on AI and the massive implications that it has on the video production industry. What's up, friends? Hey, I'm Ryan Coral, and this is the Grow Your Video Business Show, and I'm so happy that you're here. This is the show where we talk about the business of video production, and after 20 years, I figured out all of the things on how to run a successful video production business. That's not true. But I am glad that you're here, and I'm super excited about today's topic. AI is one of those things that it has done for me and for my business. It's actually won back quite a bit of time, and it's also given me the companion that I've always wanted to be able to just like constantly bounce ideas off of and get feedback from and brainstorm with. Some of the things that I've gotten from like ChatGPT have been amazingly helpful, and other things have been, it's fine, but I use it very frequently, and it really has helped. I remember when I first started my video production business, I was like, I can't work by myself for much longer because this is like so boring. Like I want to be able to talk to somebody. And so if nothing else, ChatGPT has become a close friend. No, but honestly, when I'm looking at if I'm creating a course or if I'm even like sending an email to my email list, I will drop in the subject line of my proposed email, and just say like, is this a good subject? Are there any more catchy, better subject lines that might get opened, that are more likely to get opened? Or take a look at this email that I just wrote and write it better, but keep it in my tone, just like fix some of the grammar. It has proved itself very, very helpful. What I want to talk about today is the implications, not so much with ChatGPT specifically, but with OpenAI. They're the company who created ChatGPT. They've also created Sora, and Sora has been in the news quite a bit the last couple of weeks. And if you haven't seen what it does, oh my goodness, go just Google Sora, S-O-R-A, and just be amazed. I don't know if you saw the clips last year with Will Smith eating spaghetti. It was totally AI generated, so it was not actually Will Smith. It was AI made this up. And it's pretty hilarious. It's a little disturbing because as he's eating spaghetti, it's kind of going everywhere. It just looks weird. And I remember watching that and saying just like, oh gosh, it's got so far to go. Although it was pretty cool. I was like, wow, I can't believe somebody was able to generate that with AI. Today, the technology is unreal. I've used Midjourney. I don't know if you've used Midjourney to create photorealistic things or just graphics, and to see its progression over the last year, over a year, it's amazing. It is like unreal what the quality of photographs and graphics that it's creating. Hard to like look at some of that stuff and figure out, is this real or is this AI? And that's kind of where we're at with Sora and the video that it's producing. Tyler Perry, if you know Tyler Perry, if you haven't seen his documentary on Amazon, please watch it. His story is beautiful. It is amazing. It's very, very inspiring. Shortly after, within a day or two of me seeing what Sora was capable of doing, I saw a news article. Tyler Perry hits pause indefinitely on his $800 million expansion of Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta. He was getting ready to invest almost $1 billion in building more stages and prepping for the next phase of his production business. And he saw Sora, and he saw the samples that were coming out of the prompts given to Sora, and he said, "Oh my goodness," this is not him verbatim, but I'm just imagining him saying like, "Oh my goodness, let's hit pause on this construction because I'm not sure where this is all going." And the article is really interesting. I'll try to link to it in this episode. But listening to his response, watching the videos myself, and just like thinking like, what does this mean for people that are in video production? What does this mean for shooters? What does this mean for editors? What does this mean for storytellers? What does this mean? I don't think it's like time to run to the hills and hide and do all of those things, but it is forcing me to look at what are we doing as a company? What are we offering to our clients? How are we setting ourselves apart? And our friends at Muse Storytelling, Patrick Moreau and team, one of their sayings is, don't be a tripod. I mean, you could be a tripod. That's essentially where your client is the director. Your client is telling you exactly what they want and you do it for them. And that's fine and dandy. There's a place for that right now. With the developments of AI, I'm not sure, like, some of those jobs are going to be lost. There's not going to be a need for some filmmaking and for some editing because of what AI can do. It's kind of like how ChatGPT turned the world upside down for copywriters. If you're a copywriter or just a writer in general, ChatGPT can actually create some like really incredible stuff. And so if you've just marketed yourself as a freelance copywriter, your job, not to say that your talent doesn't exceed what ChatGPT is able to do today, but for some people, like, fine is good enough. So I think my encouragement for us today, something for us to be thinking about, is how are we setting ourselves apart, and are we presenting who we are and how we work with clients? Are we talking about strategy? Because I'm not a computer expert or an AI expert, but if you're not helping guide your clients and you're just there to receive whatever instructions and be a tripod, at some point, we're not going to be relevant. And I remember early on in my video business journey, I mean, nobody had a cell phone. Nobody had a 4K camera that they could walk around with in their pocket, shoot something, and then, this same device you can edit and publish. I mean, that just wasn't a thing. And so people had to lean on us, even if you were only a tripod and you only, had access to gear. Gear wasn't achievable for most people. And then, well, if you had the gear, then you had to learn how to use it and all that stuff. But like today, it's like you can get so much quality stuff from just this thing. If you're not, figuring out what does it mean to be a storyteller or to tell really good stories, or what does it mean to make maybe you're not making the right video, client. Why is that the video that you want to make? And how is it going to help you? Let's start with the end in mind and start thinking about, you've got this video, what are you going to do with it? Who's going to watch it? What do you want them to do? What do you want them to feel? That person that can guide a client, a conversation, a video project from start to finish, not just to be able to like plan what does a good shot look like and what does a good interview look like and what does it sound like, but to actually come alongside a client and co-create, to collaborate, to be an extension of their team. that's where I think we need to really be investigating and thinking through how can we show up for our clients like that, more as a strategist and a guide versus somebody that's just going to take orders. If you're just going to take orders in the world of video production, there's just a limit for a lot fewer people are going to hire you because they're going to be able to do a lot more on their own. And we've seen that. I've seen that from when I first started 20 years ago. There's fewer people that are our clients today or that can be our clients today. But that's okay because not everybody, I don't want everybody to be my client. And the ones that are piecemealing and DIYing and figuring it out on their own, like that's fine. Good for them that they can do that. But there are still so many clients that don't even want to, they just want to show up, sit in front of you or the camera, do their thing, and then get back to their day, back to the thing that drives revenue for their business. And they just want to trust that somebody is going to be able to take their thoughts, their idea, their interview from start to finish, deliver this thing, and it's going to be in the right spot for the right people to see, to engage with, hit all the KPIs, et cetera, et cetera. So this concept of being a guide, being a video strategist, I think is becoming more and more important for us. I wonder where you're at. I wonder what you're thinking about. I'm having this conversation with my mastermind and inside of our coaching group and talking to people outside of the video industry. And I think one of my skill sets is I have a brain that doesn't ever shut off and is always thinking strategy and is always thinking and wondering like how to improve, how to be more efficient. What do we do? Like this is a challenge. This is a challenge that's in front of us, is this whole AI thing. And there's probably two ways to think about it. It's like, oh no, it's the end of video production. I need to find a different career. I need to do something different because all of our jobs are going to be taken. And the other option is like, okay, how do we leverage AI? And what do we do as a response? And how do we be proactive today? I was with somebody just recently and we were talking about ChatGPT, and this person runs their own business and they were basically were like, I don't know enough about it. It kind of scares me. I just don't want to touch it. And in my mind, I'm like, man, like maybe there's a better excuse. I don't like that excuse. I'm like, man, like learn the technology, figure out what's out there and how it can help you. And maybe you realize like it can't help you. I'd be surprised because I feel like there's a lot of things that it can do. But I'm sort of in this camp of like, okay, like what does this mean? How is this going to impact our current clients, or how could it impact our current clients? And is there a way for us to bring AI alongside with us and say, okay, how do we work more efficiently, or how can we use it in as part of our tool belt? Because I don't think it's going to be the end solution. I don't think you're going to be able to. I say this now, and it'll be fun to 5 or 10 years watch this video. But I don't think you're going to be able to say make a promo video for Studio Sherpas. You will be able to say that, and it's going to make you one. Is it going to be real? I don't know. Is it going to be authentic? Is it going to be, I love documentary style, like real life experience, transformation stories. Is it going to be that? It's probably not going to be able to do that, right? That's a whole, we're talking about like a computer just generating something from data, and you're only going to be able to get so far, at least for the kind of work that I want to be doing. And I think the kind of work that is really moving, it's our stories, it's our experiences. I think that it's very important for us to think about today, but also be future casting and saying, where do I see my career going? What do I want to be a part of? I used to think when I first started this production business that if we could just take a client's idea and turn that into a video, shoot it, edit, deliver it, that was enough. And for me, my own personal strategy is that's not enough. I'm not secure enough in just doing that. And maybe it's just the way that our company is built, or maybe it's the way that I'm wired, that I'm not comfortable enough just saying like video production as a start and finished product. I need to be able to offer more to my clients. And so I'm glad that I've had a knack for marketing, and I've invested in understanding marketing better and learning marketing better, and understanding, how to coach people, how to coach our clients. And I'm glad that we've developed this workshop format for our clients. When they call us with a video idea, I say, okay, are you going to direct this project, or are you just going to tell us what to do? And they're like, oh no, we don't want to tell you what to do. You're the expert. So I've worked hard over the last few years of trying to position ourselves as the expert guide, so that people know that, yeah, you could hire any video company to produce this video. But if you want guidance, if you want some counsel on what has worked well, what we see working, what we see not working, then you should consider hiring us. And that's why you're going to pay a little bit more than you would the video production company that's just going to shoot, edit, and deliver on your idea. Because I think that you want to be more strategic in your approach, so that like this idea can be the best that it can be. And unless you are an expert at video production and all things digital marketing, then maybe we should put our heads together and work on this idea together. My homework, my challenge for you and for me, because I'm not fully settled in on like what do I see our business looking like in a year or 5 years from now. But I have some ideas, and offering a workshop for our clients to be able to be the guide, to show them that we are the expert, creating a blueprint for the idea for this video that's needed, or this video series, or this video marketing strategy, but to figure out what does that look like, to think about what is a video strategy and what is video marketing, or what would it look like if we also offered ads, like managing of ads. So a client could come to us and say, hey, we have this video and we want to promote it eventually once we have it through ads, but we need to find somebody to consider, like maybe we look at becoming more of an agency model and not just video, but hey, we'll take your idea from start to finish, we'll promote it, optimize it, all of the things. So I'm tossing around like, maybe that's an option. I at this point, I don't want to go down that road, but I'm entertaining it. And I would have said 2 or 3 years ago that line of thinking got me in trouble, because I really wanted to become like the go-to video production studio, and I didn't want to water down our videos by offering all of these other services. But now I'm just wondering, is that a better service for our clients? Because how many clients do I have that get their video and then they just put it on their homepage and like that's it, where they could get a lot more mileage and it could be a lot more effective if they were doing more things. If I'm really trying to understand how to be a better video marketing strategist, I can help them in some different ways. And so maybe that's ads, or maybe that's helping them actually post things on YouTube. Maybe that's managing that whole process, so they don't need anybody from their team that touches any of the digital marketing stuff that's related to video. Maybe it's, I remember there was a period of time where I thought about going down to Tennessee and doing the StoryBrand, becoming StoryBrand certified, because I thought, oh, this could actually, I could throw this badge on our website. I could meet other people that are in this StoryBrand world, and that will help business. But now I'm seeing it as an advantage. Like if you know certain storytelling type frameworks, that can help set you apart, and that can help you add additional value for your clients, versus, again, just like doing exactly what they tell you to do. There's a lot to think about. I hope that this small conversation can start to help you, if you haven't already started thinking about different ways you could add services to your business, or just even thinking about how you show up for your clients and having a different mindset of the value that you bring. Are you just a tripod? Are you just able to take directions, or can you guide them? Can you offer suggestions based on what you've seen work, what you think might work, and can you have that confidence? I think my bigger encouragement for you is to find time to think on these things. Not as a direct response to, AI is going to take our jobs. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole, but to think, what would it look like? What could I also do? Is there anything else that I can do in my business that will set us apart from the competition, that will set us apart from things like AI? They might be things that you have no idea how to do. Like, I don't know anything about Facebook ads, or I don't know anything about digital marketing. I know how to create a great video, but maybe it's time to learn another skill set that you can add into the offerings that you offer. I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that we're having this one-sided conversation, but I really do want to know, what are you thinking about with all of this stuff, and what are you doing about it? Not just thinking, but what are you doing about it? You may have heard me talk about the video blueprint method. This is a course that we offer, and I have some free content around this concept for how we guide our clients. And if you're curious and you want to know more about how we're doing that, then I would go to this website. You ready to write it down? If you're driving, don't write it down. It's studiosherpas.com/blueprint. And I think I'm going to put together a training at some point that dives more into how we're doing this and in other ways that you can be thinking about how to bring more value to your clients, potential clients, even as you're thinking, maybe you just don't like what you're doing and you do have a bigger desire to get more success for your clients. And maybe that means like running ads for them or something like that. So stick around. If you sign up at studiosherpas.com/blueprint, and I do have this workshop available, you'll be able to watch it there. Otherwise, there's some free content that you'll be able to get that goes over how we're showing up for clients in this blueprint/workshop model that has worked really, really well for us for the past 8 years. It's generated hundreds of thousands of dollars for us. The workshop is something that we charge for. It's in the pre-production phase. And I always tell people, hire us for the workshop. And if you don't hire us for the actual job, like that's fine. You're gonna get the blueprint. You can take this blueprint and you can shop it around to any other production company. But I won't feel bad if you decide to work with a different production company, because I've made my money on this $2,500, $3,500, sometimes $5,000 workshop. I definitely am making good money. If that was the only thing I did and I was booking those out like a few times a week, I would be making an incredibly good living. So my point in that is that for us is on the very front end. We haven't had anybody, actually, I take that back. Now we've had one client that hired another production company because our quote was like $33,000 and they found somebody that would do it for $3,000. This person was looking to really build relationship and whatever. I don't know how to talk about that. But having an option where you're not just being hired for video production, that can be something that sets you apart, that has set us apart. It's been very helpful. It's also been very profitable. So anyway, check out the free stuff at studiosherpas.com/blueprint all around this workshop and blueprint idea. And I would love to hear from you about this topic. So leave a comment if you're watching this video, shoot me an email. My email is ryan@studiosherpas.com. That's all I have, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. I'm grateful for you, and I'm hoping and praying for the best for you, for your business, and also for mine, if I'm being honest. So that's it. I'll talk to you really soon. See you next time.